Good morning, all you VIP kid teachers out there. I just wanted to pop on with a quick update. Today was one of those days. See this cliff right here? Yeah, I wanted to be on top of it and I wanted to jump today. I had a crazy morning. I had a couple kids back to back that I just really felt strongly were placed in the wrong level. They were struggling with very basic things, not knowing letters or sounds, and far enough along into level two, and then reading the comments of the teachers prior, and everybody's saying in these comments like, "This is too hard, this is too hard," and so so it was a struggle for me because I was trying to, teach down in the class, move down, shift down, which then causes you to not be able to get through material because obviously, you can't teach through all those slides when, we're back here at review is reviewing 5 or 6 letters at the end of the alphabet and they can't identify one of them. So you're in for a rough ride for the 25 minutes when that happens. So today was one of those days that I finally, after the second one, I had 3 today that were like that. And I'd not had any of these students before, which the rest of the students I had this morning, I've already had. So it was one of those almost like, how do I help this poor, frustrated child? So in the process, it made me want to be, up on the cliff because I was frustrated too, just trying to help them. And so, what I ended up stopping and doing was saying, okay, what can I give them for 25 minutes? What can I do to at least help them in their learning? And then obviously, give some feedback to try to encourage an adjustment of the level. Something I'm really struggling with is these kids that are right on the cusp of the pre-VIP kid and the entry level. That we start them at level 2, which is entry level. And I'm struggling with that because I get kids that test at pre-VIP kid. That's really tough for me to say. And they are input into level 2-1, and they're just struggling terribly, even with just the basics. And so then I feel like, should we not do them a service and move them back and give them a foundation to start into level 2, which is really, it's like, I don't know, it's like, brown is the new black, level 2 is like our new level 1 type deal. But the biggest issue I had today was I had multiple kids, well, 2 kids, and then a third one was she just is a struggling student, but I think she, could use to maybe review a level or a unit. And I don't know if that's something that's possible inside of our curriculum, but I will find out because I've submitted a ticket to request some information on that. I know we do the assessments, and I don't know if the assessment takes them on or moves them back or how that works. So that's something that I am looking into, especially with these poor 2 kids that I had today, that it was just really rough. We're talking, they were reviewing WXYZ, I think, and they're just looking at me like, it's the moon. I'm asking them to, tell me how to get to the moon. They don't know one of those letters, and that's the very first basic review slide, and I'm teaching the review. So you're in big trouble when you have to really work hard to teach review and then try to move forward, and they can't even comprehend anything inside the lesson. Everything is all being taught like it's the first time. And so I really wrestled with that quite a bit today. So that was part of my struggle. That was my morning, but the rest of my classes were great. Of course, I have great classes. I don't often highlight them like I should, but I do have some just wonderful students. Yesterday I actually went and taped one of the feedbacks of a class that I particularly enjoyed. I first wanted to just evaluate myself, so I watched through the video just to see me, and what I could see was some areas that I need to improve on, but one of the reasons I picked this particular class was because this girl and I have this like hilarious relationship, and she is just, I'll say, "Are you ready?" And she'll say, "Go!" And then I say, "Okay, go!" And she's just so high energy and so much fun that she pumps me up, and it usually should be the other way around, but she's so fun. And so we just have this relationship where she'll get reading really fast and skip words because she just wants to get on to the next thing, and I'll go, "Stop!" And then she just looks at me and goes, "Okay." And so we have fun, and it's a great interaction. And so I just get really excited when I see her name pop up for my morning. So I do have these wonderful kids that I enjoy, but sometimes it's just hard to enjoy a child who I think is frustrated because, the frustration is they're not in the right place. And if they're not in the right place, that's going to cause them to be frustrated and cause them to maybe want to give up because they think, "I can't do it." But really, perhaps the disservice has been on our part where we have not placed them well. And especially when I read the feedback of a couple, they've had a couple teachers and all of them have said, "This is too hard. This is too hard." But yet for some reason, they're still getting moved into that next slot. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of that question so that I can maybe get a resolution for especially one boy who has me booked for the rest of the week. So I want to understand how I can help him best. Because I know it's only going to get harder as he does each lesson. So that was my morning. The second thing I just wanted to just briefly touch on is this whole booking thing. And I wake up on Monday morning and I found that it's not wise to get deflated on Monday morning when you look at your schedule and you don't see very many classes. Here's an example for you. This was this week. This is what I did. I took my bookings and I wrote down, okay, not for this week obviously, but for the next week that the parents just booked for on Sunday. I wrote down how many of my slots were booked. So I had on Monday morning when I got up to teach, I taught at 4 a.m. So around 3:30, I took a quick look and assessed it, and it was like, okay, I have 46 students booked. Now, that's much lower than what I did last week. So obviously, at first you just go, "Well, man, what happened?" And you think, okay, fail, loser me, and I don't know. I never do that right. My kids laugh at me because I can't do it. Is it this one or this one? I don't know. Anyway, loser, that's me. So I felt like it was a fail, Then, by the end of the day on Monday, though, I was at 67. 67. So, and then now, obviously, upwards of the 7 in the late 70s. I think it was 76, 77, something like that. But look at the difference. This is what, Tuesday. So from Monday morning when I should have seen my all-time high, it really was nothing. It was a drop in the hat because I really think, these things trickle over the couple days. Now, the point is I open up just about everything. I'm kind of at the point where I just go, I start at 4 a.m. and I open up everything from 4 a.m. down all day, every day. I open up I do open up the weekends. Fridays is like from 4 a.m. all the way down until like 11:30 p.m. I'm every time I've done that, I'm booked solid. So this week and next week, booked solid, 4 a.m. all the way down. Get that little break. Yay, go have dinner. Come back at 8 o'clock and start my all-nighter, and I go through. And I stop it at 2:30 because that's just my limit of what I want. And then I don't do anything on Saturday mornings, which would be a good time to get classes for those of you who are looking to do that. Saturday mornings for me, after the 2:30 mark, I've done my thing. I sleep in, get up, I do my Saturday with my husband, and then Saturday night I hop back on. I'm at 8 o'clock and I come back around until 2:30. I'm going to start tapering that back a little bit, but I did open that up for one more round. And then there's a few slots on Sunday morning that are just hot buttons that I can get in before church, and I have slotted those for the next 2 weeks. And then now after this, I will probably shut those down, just because I feel like I'm worthless on Sunday for, I want to be available and awake and a part of Sunday. So I think I'll shut those down and then just maybe open them up if I feel like I can handle a few more hours. But so I have, a really full schedule. But my point is, guys, it comes through the week. It comes through the week. And if you're at week 2 or 3, don't be looking for 70 plus bookings. I was just, thinking about this today, and I will look right now, pull up the old handy dandy Vipkid app, and I will see what is all about me. I'm 33 days in with Vipkid, and that's counting when I signed on, and like I said, that was into my first week. I just had one class, so I went from one class to, just think about this, one class to 46 on Monday. That really, honestly, 46 is an amazing number for being a month in. When typically they're telling us, it takes a good 6-8 weeks or longer to get right up to high level where you're booked on a regular basis. I'm now more booked than I want to be. So I'm in now. I'm looking at all of who books me where and how I could possibly keep their little slots kind of open, or the slots open that I would like to work, and close some down. But I get a little bit weird about this weekend thing. I love that whole Friday night and Saturday night thing. It is exhausting as it is. I love the fact that I'm booked crazy solid and I can get the hours. So if you are struggling with your bookings, that's the time to do it. Hit that weekend, guys, because be willing to do the time. If you're looking at saying, okay, I'm only going to open 30 slots and I'm mad because I only got, 12 booked, you probably are going to need to expand in some way or go slow. Realize that it's going to take you longer because you're less available than someone who is wide open. So it's going to take longer for you if you open 20 boxes. It's going to take longer for you to be completely booked than it would be somebody who's opening 50 boxes and they're completely happy with, 40 slots filled. So you have to think through what you're willing to open, what you can open, what you do open, and then how long it's going to take you to reach maximum. I would say 1 month is a short time. Based on what I'm reading on Fresh Desk, that's a short time. So I think you need to realistically be looking at giving it a couple months before. That's everything. I'm just saying that based on what I've read on Fresh Desk and just how I'm watching my numbers creep, starting from 1 and moving up slowly. And understand too, because I keep getting questions about this, I open everything because I have the availability. I don't work outside of my home other than this. I have adult children outside of the home now that are married and gone. So I have the flexibility. I also have an amazing husband who, sorry to you ladies out there who have asked, he does not have a brother. I told him that. I think it inflated his head a little bit. He got a little happy about the fact that he got a compliment because people have asked because he does wait on me hand and foot. But we work on this as a team. This is a team effort. We talk about this a lot. This is you and me, doing this together. So when I'm teaching, he's sacrificing. He's not having the time with me. Or, I'm getting done with my teaching and then I'm resting during the day. So I may not be getting as much done that I could be getting done because I'm taking time away from him. But he's viewing that as his enabling me to be able to get this job rolling, which is, it's a business and we're building it. So put the brakes on a little bit. Don't get too worked up if you opened it up and you only saw that you had 5 classes or 7 classes and you've been doing this into your second or third week. If you've got 20 plus 30 classes and you've only been in this for a couple weeks, you're doing really, really well, and you really need to realize that. So that's just my thoughts. Obviously, I told you over and over again, I don't know everything, but it's just my mindset based on what I've read, based on what I've seen the other people say has happened to them, and then based on what's happening with me. It's just all about, okay, when you have a wide open schedule, well, yeah, you're going to get probably booked a lot more because you have all this availability. And they can pick any time of the day, and they can get a class with me because I'm there. And it may not work for you with your life schedule, and that's fine. Just need to realize you have to have patience based on your availability. So that's my scoop for today. So let's see what they say, to me about how I'm going to handle this especially this one young boy that I have literally booked every day for the rest of the week. Just it popped up today, so I don't know if it was because he liked it or what, but we're going to find out. I'm going to find out from Fresh Desk what they have to say, and I'll keep you posted. Thanks. Have a great day.